Hello, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to the Black Hat Book Coven book pick for May, which is Island Witch, which was Kristen's pick, but Kristen is sick, so I am hosting book club tonight. Two of us finished it. Jackie is in the middle of it, so we're gonna talk about it.
Woo!
And maybe Kristen will show up in the comments section. She said she would, so maybe she'll be here. So, anywho, this is Laura. This is Jackie. I'm Becky.
What up?
How's it going? So, what did you rate this book, Laura, since you finished it?
What were I gave it 3 stars. I had an interesting journey with it because the very beginning of it, like before chapter 1, what's that called?
The prelude?
Yes. I was so intrigued by it. And I was like, oh, this is going to be so good. And then we got into the story. And for the most part, I was just bored until it was, I marked it, chapter 39. From chapter 39 on, it was like 5 stars. But then I was very upset with the way it ended. So it ended up being 3 stars. So that was my journey.
Yeah. What did you think, Jackie?
So I really liked the prelude. Like I was in it, just like Laura. Like I was in it. Was like, yes, this is gonna be dope. This is gonna be so badass. And then, now mind you, for the people who are listening, I am only halfway through. So, but I do not care about spoilers. I'm gonna finish it anyway. I bought the audiobook, so I'm going to finish it. And I bought the physical book. But this is the only book this month that I was really, really pumped to read. Like, this is the one that felt right. If you watch my TBR, this is the one I was like, this feels so good. Like, this feels on point. And it's not entirely living up to that, but I'm only like halfway through. But I have found that the way she's telling the story is very odd. It's very jumping back and forth, and that's kind of getting annoying. It's getting slightly irritating. It's like, hey, can we tell this chronologically, or can we? Or what are you doing? Like, what are you doing, lady? Because it's getting kind of annoying. But I do like the suspense element when we get the suspense parts. Really like that because she can write gore pretty fucking well. I'm liking it.
Yeah. So I gave it 3 stars too. I feel like I'm pretty on board with you, Laura. Like from the beginning, I was really interested in it because that prologue really like was intense and like got me interested. And then it just got boring. I got bored a lot with it. Like I was interested in like the folklore aspect, but one thing I really hated about this was the writing of it and how she would put in like the Sri Lankan. I don't know what Sri Lankan language is. Okay, I'm sorry. But how she would put in the Sri Lankan language, and then right after that, she would put in what it was in English. Because I don't speak Sri Lankan, so I just skipped all over that, and I'm like, you should have just done it one or the other, like have it all Sri Lankan or have it all English. Like I know why she did it, so like both readers could experience it, but I skipped over so much of that because it was just like, I'll just read it in English. I started to read it both ways, and then I'm like, man, trying to pronounce this and then having to do the English was annoying for me.
Listening to the narrator say some of those words. So when I started listening to this book, I didn't have the physical copy with me, so I just started audio, and they would randomly pop in, and I'm like, the fuck is going on right now? And then it would be the English translation. I was like, oh, okay. On audio, that's incredibly irritating. Not even gonna lie to you, I hate that about the audiobook. I hate that. But when I got to the physical book and I saw it, it didn't really bother me as much because I already saw it kind of coming up. But when I didn't have the physical copy in front of me, knowing that it was happening, it was annoying. I'm also listening on a 1.7 and Sri Lankan language, whatever that language is. You can't understand. There's no word. It's just a syllable and then it goes. Like that's how fast it is. Like it's crazy.
Kristen has not finished it.
It's your book, Kristen. They expect this from me.
She's got COVID, okay?
sick.
She's sick and she didn't feel like reading. She's lucky she got a video out this week. But she thinks she might be in the boring
part. About the language, though, I actually really liked that. I liked that
Really?
language was included in the book. I think as someone who is native speaking, like that would be a nice touch to have, I think.
Like, I liked that it was included in there, but I wish she would have done it in a better way, like done the Sri Lankan language and then sort of, instead of just putting exactly what it means after it, like giving context to what it means. Because sometimes when I read books that don't have English in it, but they give me the context of what's, what I'm supposed, like I'm smart enough to figure out, oh, I might not understand what they're saying, but I get the context of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I would have loved
agree.
to have certain phrases, maybe, but we had whole conversations where it was back and forth. And so you had to listen to that and then wait for the translation. And then someone else would say something in that language. And then you had to wait for the translation, listening to the audiobook. So like it was bogged down by the long conversations.
Mm-hmm.
I think if it had just been a couple phrases here and there in the language, it would have flowed better.
Yeah. Definitely, because I feel like that was just like a waste of word count. To just, you're just reiterating what you've already said, just in a different language.
Yeah.
I mean, what about the people who don't speak Sri Lankan or English? Can you imagine if she put that in there and like French after that? It's like pick one or the other and just make it flow better, so that I can get it. But for the most part, how horrific was this on your horror level? Because this is considered a horror.
So far it's pretty mild. But
I would say pretty mild too.
Yeah.
I didn't get much horror. Like the only horror I got was like the attack of people.
I mean, at where I'm at, I've got some suspense elements from the horror genre, and I've got the gore elements, but I'm not seeing the jump scares that horror has. I'm not seeing, one of the things I love about horror writers is they can be as dark as they want, but they can still find beauty in it. The dark elements, I haven't found the beauty in them yet, but I might not have gotten far enough yet either. So I'm still reserving my.
I don't think you're gonna find it.
You don't think so?
I don't think it's that kind of horror though. I feel like the horror of it all is what happened to our main character.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
When we found out what she went through, what her parents did to her, that was horrific.
So it's more of like a societal kind of familial horror thing. It's not like a paranormal type jump scare horror thing.
Yeah. It's like true crime horror. Like you're horrified by.
Oh, well then, yeah, I'm seeing that element for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing like I feel like you're supposed to see paranormal, but it's not, because I kind of got that vibe that something's going on because the parents hate each other. Like they fucking hate each other.
I think paranormal too is very, very minor.
Okay.
Very, very.
I do like the exposure that it's giving though so far. Like the little bit that I've learned about like I don't want to say tribe because I don't think it's a tribe.
Village?
Like her culture and kind of like this demonology, like how this juxtaposition of how, I'm just going to say her dad because I can't say the fucking word she calls him. Okay? I can't say it. So I'm just going to say dad. I think it's her dad anyway. But I like that they've shown like how accepted they used to be versus how he's being shunned now, and like almost the witch trial, the witch hunt aspect to it. And that's where I'm at right now. And I do like that because it's always nice to see a witch hunt when you know as the reader it's not.
Yeah. I liked that aspect too because it's very much like they were very accepted until they were colonized, pretty much, and then Christianity became a big thing, and
just the juxtaposition of Christianity and then their own
how
religion
that
and how they
affects-
don't blend.
Yeah, exactly. I did like that.
Yeah. I like the way she's putting a scope to it. I thought that was really cool because it's not something, because that's the historical element to it as well, the colonization, everything. I really enjoy the historical side of this story. So when we're meeting with the aides and we're learning about, the families and how their friendships have divided and things of that nature, I'm like, see, this shit, although totally depressing, should never happen. This is the cool stuff to learn about. And that's what I like about historical fiction is you bring up some of those aspects that you don't get to study in history very often. You just get grand schemes. You actually get the on the ground floor, like how people dealt with it, the societal elements of it.
Yeah.
Oh, that was kind of cool.
So I'm not gonna lie, I had to look up where Sri Lanka was because I didn't know where it was.
I have not, but I was going to, so it's okay. Don't
Hold
feel
on,
bad.
hold on. I have prepared. It is off the coast of India.
Look at that.
There we
You have a
go.
presentation.
Becky came prepared with slideshows, everybody.
Holy shit. She doesn't have questions, but she got slides.
Yeah. So I was like, I've heard of Sri Lanka, but I'm a dumb American, okay? I don't know geography that well. So
Honestly, the only thing I remember learning and hardcore remembering about Sri Lanka is a tree frog. There's a Sri Lankan tree frog that apparently is extremely poisonous. I remember learning that because it's called the Sri Lankan tree frog. I don't know what it does, but I remember that.
Did any of y'all watch the replay of our reading sprints that we did, me and Kristen?
No.
You didn't, Jackie.
It was...
I showed some Sri Lankan folklore.
Ooh.
That some of the things were based on of this book, but I don't have the slides prepared for that. So
Kristen's like, wow.
I prepared one slideshow, and that was this one. Okay, anyway, that's Sri
You're
Lanka.
missing out, Kristen.
Way to be prepared. Yes, that is me. So, but yeah, I did have to look up where that was, to be quite honest.
Nice.
So now we learned some stuff today, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to
Geography
this
lesson done.
Nice.
Was there anything else that stood out to you about this book?
Okay, so I just read this part. So maybe that's why, and I don't know the outcome of said part, but she's in the jungle with Ram, and Ram wants to, get busy. And she's sitting there thinking, well, he won't leave me. I love that she still thinks no matter where you are, what culture you have, all girls think the same fucking thing. It's like, he won't leave me, but I'm going to give him this necklace I was told never to take off. Yelled at by my family never to take off, but I'm going to let him have it. And I love the fact that she wrote her character to be so
naive.
Naive, exactly. And I'm just like, she doesn't seem like a naive person.
That was one of the things that irritated me about her, because I was like, girl, how are you this naive?
I know. She really was.
But
I feel like she was a product of her upbringing, her culture, and the time period, because they purposely kept girls naive.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
But it still got annoying to read.
It did.
Because I was like, oh my God, girl, I knew as the reader. I was like, this dude is he's not good. Okay.
He's playing you. He's been playing you for 2 fucking years.
Yeah.
Way to go for the long game, though, dude.
How he would freaking, what's that word? I'm looking for a word. I don't know, I can't think of the word, but he would like say something to her and then make her think that he didn't say something to her.
Gaslight.
There we go. Thank you.
Yeah. I haven't really gotten to the hardcore gaslighting yet. I've just gotten to the like kind of I'm not happy with you because you wouldn't let me do something, and so you're gonna walk home by yourself. And then she met her new buddy.
Oh, her new buddy.
I
Yeah,
did like
I have a
that
feeling
character.
the new buddy's not gonna be good for her.
I mean,
Well,
I feel like this girl is literally effed 7 ways till Sunday.
I mean,
Oh yeah, I already know that she does not have a happy ending. Like she can't. The dreams, like
I mean, happy for who?
I don't know.
Oh.
I haven't got that far yet.
I did not realize till Kristen told me that, like, I got the vibes that this was inspired by Carrie, but I didn't know that that was an actual comp in the book until Kristen mentioned it.
oh, I can kind of see that.
Did y'all get that?
Now that you say it, yeah, it kind of sees that way. I haven't gotten to the true Carrie shit, but I can see the ostracizing. She doesn't know anything about the period. That was kind of fucking annoying. When we like talked about, I just learned about her first bleed. That whole process. Her mother never told her that at all. But
No,
that,
because like Laura said, she's a product of her time.
yeah.
They just wanted to keep them dumb.
Yeah, but like,
No. Okay.
if you bring up, like, mention, I don't know Carrie was a thing with it, but now you say it, yeah, there's a lot of similarities. The mom.
Well, I
crazy.
really got it toward like more of the ending, so you'll probably see it more toward the latter half of the book. But did you were you surprised with that ending of like what happened to her, Laura?
The very end, or like after she left
Like
her
what led her to, I'm trying to be vague for Jackie's sake. I know you don't mind spoilers, but I don't want to spoil.
No, I just saw this
you.
random little like bunny thing pop in the side. I was like,
the children.
What happened to her to lead to her going down the path she led to?
Are we going to talk about what happened at the end?
Fuck it,
no?
Jackie. She gets raped.
yeah, I called that.
Okay, good. I didn't see that coming as her. Like the thing that happened to her.
When we were first introduced to her uncle, I got weird vibes. And I'm like, and then we never heard about him again until he got attacked. So I was like, I didn't think of it until all of that was revealed at the end. And then that, like, I was so angry. I was so angry that that brought me to tears. Everything that she had gone through, her parents covering it up, and the way they treated her, the way her mother treated her when she thought that she might be pregnant. It was rough. It was rough. And that was like the first time in the entire story that I got invested in her as a character. And I just wanted her to get her revenge and to be okay. And of course, it didn't end that way, did it?
I didn't.
There was some kind of assault
I didn't
involved.
see it coming. Like I thought maybe she was actually possessed.
Yeah, I knew there was some kind of assault because of the friend. But I didn't know it was going to be her. I thought it was the friend bringing up the assault.
Mm-hmm.
Because she mentions, like, could it have been her?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's her. That's why she's bringing it up. She knows you're related to him.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But yeah. I don't think that's, like, something that was mentioned, like, in the synopsis or anything.
Oh, I never read the synopsis. I have no idea.
So, to like, get to that part and be like, oh, damn, this happened to her, and that's what led her to doing what she did. But once I
Yeah.
read that, I was like, oh yeah, honey, go get your revenge. Go kill all these people, please.
Yeah.
That's really where I felt like most of the Carrie similarity.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Kristen, you're not done yet. I hope you don't mind spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
I just read the synopsis. It doesn't say anything about it. The only thing it implies is more like a paranormal type thing. It kind of implies like a paranormal something crazy happened when she was younger. So.
And there wasn't a whole lot of that in the book. It was like you think there might be, but then the reveal is like very minor paranormal stuff. Like I really wanted that to be like a more prominent part of the story.
Yeah.
But it was more not so much. Oh good, she doesn't mind.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. But overall, yeah, it was an okay book. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it.
Yeah. I feel like for most of the book, we were just spinning our wheels. You know, it was like repetitive because she's doing the same thing. Who could be doing this? There must be a connection between the victims. Let's go spy on the victims to see what kind of people they are. Who could be doing this? What, like it was just it kept going on and on that way until we finally got the reveal. And it just felt like so much filler. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Before actually finding out what was going on.
Yeah. I will say one thing that surprised me was what her father was doing. I was like, sir?
Like, don't spoil that one. I like the dad.
I don't blame you, sir, because I don't blame you, but well, I do blame you because it's not great, but I understand why he would do that because his wife is a bitch.
Oh, his wife sucks. I hate the wife.
Oh, yeah. I wish she would have
like her.
Yeah, I was waiting for her to die, honestly.
I already don't like her. I didn't like her in the beginning.
I'm like, die, bitch, die.
She's very she reminds me of Lady Tremaine from Cinderella, like evil stepmother. Like that's what she reminds me of.
Only she's not the stepmom.
Yeah. I know, but she's not. She just gave up her whole life and now is saddled with a kid. And I'm like, you chose to leave unless there's something going to be revealed that she got pregnant and had to get married. And that's why she left. I don't know.
Yeah, that's essentially what happened.
That's
exactly what happened. Okay.
Yeah.
She's way too bitter. She's way too bitter about it. It's very obvious. So there you go. Didn't you know that one? Hot. Guessed it.
Yeah.
Yep. I ain't got nothing else to add. Y'all got anything else to add?
I'm going to finish the book tonight because I'm finishing the audio. So it goes fast when I follow along with the audio.
It's Kristen's birthday this weekend. So happy birthday, Kristen.
Happy birthday, Kristen.
We'd sing it to you, but Laura doesn't like singing on camera. How old do we think Kristen is? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not going to guess.
If I had to guess, 29 maybe? 30 maybe? I don't know. I'm so bad. How old are you going to be, Kristen?
You're not going to tell us.
You're not going to tell me?
Fine.
Oh, see?
35.
I'm so bad. 35. She's in her flirty 30s.
Yep.
So, have a happy birthday. Hope you make it to your cabin in the woods that you wanted to go to.
Ooh.
Well, that's all I got, folks.
Yeah, it was a short one.
It was a short one because I didn't have specific questions prepared.
Yeah.
So it was a 2 3-stars. I haven't finished yet. 2 3-stars and 2 haven't finished yet. So
Probably going to be a 3.
we'll see how it ends with Jackie and Kristen. So
Yep. So what about the next book?
Our next read is The Honey Witch, which Laura has already read, but she's going to reread, I guess. Are you going to reread it, or are you just going to host the discussion, Laura?
I'm going to reread it.
Okay.
Yeah.
We will be having a guest Coven member, Daphne, being Daphne. She will be hosting reading sprints on, I think, the 19th of June, 7 p.m. EST on her channel.
That's
And
a
then-
Wednesday, right? Yeah, that's another week.
So.
That's Juneteenth. That's in the middle of the week.
Yep. And Laura will be hosting the live show on her channel on the 29th?
7th? 27th?
27th? Okay, 27th.
27th at 7, I believe.
Yes.
Yes.
Your Central Time, your Eastern Time, right, Laura?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're 1 hour behind us, Jackie.
Okay. What day is the 27th?
It's a Thursday.
Ugh.
Elizabeth's
That's my bill
birth-
day.
This is that weekend is my daughter Elizabeth's birthday weekend. So
So that's gonna be a June pick, and it is a lesbian cozy fantasy romance.
yes, Sapphic.
Oh, perfect for Pride
Yeah.
Month. There you go.
Yep. See, that's what I thought too when I saw you pick that. I was like, oh, that's a good one for Pride Month.
Yeah.
So if you want to join us in reading The Honey Witch, please do, and we'll talk about it in June. So that's all I got, folks. So thanks for tuning in. If you watched the replay, thanks for watching that. Not to toot my own horn, but I just reached 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Woo!
Like, look at me, I finally did it.
You're so beating me.
Hey,
I'm at like 789.
Night.
I'm like, yay! It's only taken me
It's
2.5
okay.
years.
I still love all my people. Congratulations. That's awesome.
Thanks. Now let's get to the road of monetization. Which I am so far from that.
Yeah, that's never gonna happen for me. I curse too much. Let's just be honest, it's not.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I have like 1,000 more view hours to get.
That I will probably reach before I reach 1,000 subscribers because my videos are so long. So people that actually watch my entire videos.
See,
will
mine
get
are
faster.
so short because I don't like editing long videos.
Just don't edit your videos. Just do one-shot takes, Becky.
I can't, Jackie.
That's your challenge.
Thank you.
That's a challenge for you, Becky. You have to do a one-shot take video.
No, I can't.
The style of Jack. You're gonna film the style of Jackie.
I can't.
You're gonna do it.
If I do that, no, I had to edit my videos today, and between the noise from my street, the fact that I say the same thing, and I like fuck up what I'm saying, so then I repeat it like 3 times. In editing, I am like, good God, girl, could you just spit out the words? I don't know how you do one-shot takes.
I ramble. That's why my videos are so long. I even caught myself doing it. I'm like, I literally say the same thing 12 different times, just 12 different ways.
Yeah, I know this is how people do it. They live stream for hours on end, and I'm sorry, I just can't. 2 hours max is my live stream capability. Because I'm just like, I would rather be reading, thank you.
Yep.
So anyway, I'll get there. I'm pretty happy with my 1,000. I didn't want to say anything because I'm like, what if that one person leaves?
Oh no.
And then I'll be dropped down. I'll be like, damn it. I was so close there for a minute.
You go through like the bot clean outs where like that happens like every like couple of weeks for me. Like I'll lose like 10 in a day. And I was like, okay, that's what?
I know the only reason that I got here is because Nina shouted me out, and she's got like 20K subscribers.
Well, thank you, Nina, for helping Becky out.
I know that's the only reason I did. She's a French booktuber. She's like one of the only like non-English speaking booktubers who I follow.
Sweet.
But one of them, Daphne, was like, "You speak French?" I'm like, "Hell no, I don't speak French." Like, I turned on the subtitles. Like, me speaking French, that's funny. Can barely speak English.
Right.
So, all right, well, I've extended this. Let's say good night, everybody, and thank you for tuning in.
Good night.
Night.
Bye.